All right, hello El Dorado Hills CrossFit and the other people who are watching this video. We want to go over some recovery tips for 17.2. Obviously there was a lot of grip in that workout and a lot of lunging in that workout. So we're going to talk about a couple simple mobility things that are going to make you have a better recovery. All right. So also what I want to talk about too is I want to talk about some ways to also kind of de-stress your body. A lot of these workouts, very high intensity, 12 minutes, 20-minute workouts, right? Your body goes into stress mode. So one of the quickest ways to bring your body out of that stress mode is through deep breathing, okay? So after those workouts, before the workouts, there's just kind of a little ritual that I always do, sometimes even between sets. And with that big deep breath in, it's very calming for your nervous system and you can recover very quickly. Most of the time we're kind of redlining and your body is in this stress mode, then what we want to do is, it's what's called box breathing. There's a guy, Mark Divine, who's written a book called Unbeatable Mind. Look him up, I'm a fan of his work. But in this box breathing, real simply, you're going to take big, slow, deep breaths in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, and then slowly exhale for a count of 4. And you can really do that about 4 or 5 times in order to really hit the reset button on some of that stress, okay? Because we want to knock that stress level down, all right? So recovery and breathing is super important. With grip, right? So a couple things with grip. There's a muscle right here in our thumb web right here. You can do this yourself. You just come right in here. This guy is working hard. And so right in here, there's a muscle that's right there. You can hold that pressure point, and I'm trying to be kind here on Troy's muscle, but if you go with any depth in here, you'll find a nice little hot spot. He's making the pain face right now. If we pan back, yeah. So, but I'm not even pressing that hard here, but with that grip, he's been like basically overworking that muscle. So pressure point here for about 30 seconds can make a huge difference, all right? So pressure point there. The other is the lacrosse ball for these muscles here. Our gripping muscles all attached through this area, so we want to use the lacrosse ball to mash down on that. So go ahead, we're going to do that right here like we talked about. So what he's doing is he's using his upper hand here for some pressure. So he's pushing down on this hard surface. He can also extend his wrist a little bit. That puts a little more tension in those muscles. You go back and forth, and notice his hand is kind of staying over the ball. So he's keeping direct pressure down over the ball. Also, even just relaxing your wrist too to soften those muscles to get in there as well, okay? 30 seconds, 20 seconds back and forth to loosen up that, and it can take it all the way down even to his wrist. Now when you get close to the wrist, there are a lot of nerves and tendons through there, so don't mash too hard, but that's just to allow you to apply a little deeper pressure, okay? All right, so in terms of recovery. The other thing is with the lunges, a lot of people complaining about tightness in their adductors, tightness in their glutes, and so if we come over here, this is a real simple stretch that's convenient to do. Yep, and so we'll see a little shortness of range of motion for him because he did the workout twice and did it this morning. So what do you want? We want to get this foot kind of underneath your knee, so you're a little bit more there. He's keeping his chest up, crossing the legs there. Now he's going to flex forward at his hips. Yep, so he's keeping his chest up, moving his chest forward. You see the wincing there, and that tells you something. But he's going to be feeling that stretch all the way around in his glute. Sometimes you'll feel it in your groin, your adductor there. But go ahead and switch and do the other side. What you want to do is you want to hold that for about 30 to 45 seconds. And as you're going forward like this, and you're feeling that stretch, you're bringing your chest here, right? You don't want to, again, overstretch, but feel that comfortable pull. You can even push down on your knee a little bit to kind of open up the hip a little, and come here as you take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, sometimes you can get a little bit more of a stretch as you go forward, right? So when we're holding our breath, we're tense. When we exhale, we relax into it. Okay, we kind of want this to be a little bit of a passive stretch, like we're leaning into it. Also, the yoga pose pigeon can be really helpful as well, all right? So you can do this on a bench, you could do it on your chair at work. These are just some convenient ways in order to recover and get that mobility back into your hips, your grip, your forearm, de-stress your body with the deep breathing, okay? All right, so it's Dr. Stephen Troy checking out. Now also too, remember, if you find this helpful, then make sure you click like. That way more people can find this video and it'll get shared. The other thing too is if you have questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment down below. Hey, I like this. Hey, I didn't like it. Just be honest. Let me know. Give me some feedback and I'll try to answer you as soon as I can. And then that'll also shape some of the next videos that we shoot. All right? Okay, so check it out. Looking forward to 17.3 prep on Thursday. And have a great day. All right.